Welcome to Just a Thought podcast, a podcast where we explore big ideas, small ideas, and everything in between. I'm your host, Mure, and I'm here to help you think a little deeper about the world around you. Each week, I'll bring you conversations with interesting people, thought-provoking topics, and my own take on the latest news and trends. Whether you're looking for a new perspective on a familiar topic or a fresh way to think about something new, you'll find it here on Just a Thought. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Just the Thought podcast. I remain your host, More. I'm really excited. We made it to 2024. I'm so happy and glad for all that God will have us do in 2024. 2024 is actually a great year, right? And I'm so happy for all that happened in 2023. The fact that I was able to start Just the Thoughts podcast was it's one of the highlights of 2023 for me. Great things happened in 2023, the not so good and the good things. But one thing I hold in high esteem is that everything works for my good, right? And you also have that attitude towards life. The year might not always end the way you want, in the sense that things might still go up, right? But we're glad. Yes, one thing I'll always say is that the fact that you're able to see another year, guys, God is not yet done with you. He has so much more that we need you to do here on earth. So I'm really happy and really pumped about 2024, and I know you should be pumped. Don't get discouraged. Oh, I wrote all the goals, I wrote all that I wanted to achieve, but none of them, I was not hitting my goals at all, right? I wanted to lose weight in 2023. The dream hits me instead. I'm just here to tell you that, guys, there is still more opportunities for you to, take charge of, right? Like I said earlier, you're alive because you have so much more to do, right? So don't just see it as another time of wasting of time, or you seeing it as another period for you to waste your time and write stuff, right? Don't just go into the new year nonchalant and not expecting anything. I think every one of us should have the attitude of expecting things, and not just expecting or writing down the goals, but also what are the strategies that you've put in place, to hit those goals, right? Because it's one thing for you to write the goals, and it's one thing for you to achieve, in the sense that we have 12 months. In the second month or third month now, all the zeal is dying. So what are the things that you have put in place that you're like, oh my God, I'm going to follow this through and make sure that I get it this time? Because humanly speaking, we tend to forget. I can forget. What did I write in my goal? It seems like January is even long, so it's even possible for you to forget all that you've written down. But the most important thing is, what are those things that you've put in place? I will always say that. What is your strategy? Yeah, that's just the short form of all I want to say. What is the strategy for 2024, right? What do you plan to do? Are they realistic? What have you put in place? You have to have a plan on how to go about it. You can't just sit there, write it down and say, okay, this is what I want to achieve, right? So what are you doing about it? And then it can just get overwhelming. And then I just want you to know that 2024 is great, no joke. And if you don't align yourself with all that is happening, you just see that at the end of the year, everything, people are winning and you have nothing to write home about, which will not be your portion. No. But I'm just here to tell you that you can still take your chance and take your place in all that you need to do. So I'll be talking briefly about some things that I left back in 2023. In fact, that I'm really working so hard not to take along in 2024. And one of it is procrastination. Guys, I procrastinated a lot in 2023, right? I wanted to do a lot of things, great things, with just a thought. But, the plan that, okay, I have tomorrow, I have the next, and I have the next, and I have the next. And I saw that I wasn't even going to, I didn't hit anything, right? Right. So I made sure that I know a lot of people are on this table like me. We have so much, but procrastination is that demon that will not allow us to get it. But what are you going to do? I think one of the things right now is that when I have those ideas, I immediately start acting on them. I don't even give it a chance to breathe. No grief for anybody this year. Even your ideas, take it by force. Take the bull by the horn. Don't even wait and say, let me do it later. Because from that later to another later, you tend not to even do it at all. So procrastination was one of the things that I really fought in 2023. I wanted to do so great. I had so much ideas that I've written down. I was going to do this. I was going to learn this. I was going to put this. I was going to do that. But also because I wanted it to be perfect and all glam, you get. And then because it never got to that point, I just felt like it wasn't worthy to be put out, right? So I just wanted it to perfect, which is not possible. So I'm just here to admit and tell you guys that if you're waiting for everything to fall into place and become perfect, you probably might not put yourself out there even in 2024. So make sure that, I'm not saying that you should just go put blood stuff like rubbish out there. What I'm trying to say is that make sure you do your best. For everything might not be as perfect as you want it, right? So you want to go into content creation and you expect that you should have all the lighting, you should have all of it. Sister and brother, it might not always work like that for you. So number 2 is timidity. I'm a very shy person. I'm a very timid person. So I decided to just do podcasts and you guys hear my voice and have that More voice in your head that you can always go back to and listen to me. I didn't want to anyhow put out my face on any platform at all. And that, derived me of a lot of things, and it's actually deriving some of us from a lot of things. Like I lost a lot of opportunities and people that I was meant to meet. But because I was just like, in my head, what will I say? How will I show my face? How will I talk? How will I look? How will I, there were a lot of how. I didn't just take the step, which it also reflects the first point, which procrastination. I didn't just take the first step. I just was asking how in my head. And you've not even taken the first step. How do you know how it's going to go? Sis, stand up on your feet and walk. Yeah, so I just had to tell myself that this year, nope, I was going to take the bull by the horn. Yes, I was going to take advantage of any opportunity at all to talk about just a thought. Anybody, as you see me, I talk about just a thought. You will be tired. Yes, I talk about everything that I want to do. I don't want to be tired. I don't want to be timid. I don't want to be shy. In 2024, woo, shyness here. Like no grill, because if you are shy, I have no words for you. And I hope I'm able to kill this because I've been timid for as long as I know myself. And I'm trying so much not to be. I want to be more outspoken. And I'm not saying that I will be able to talk too much, but I want to also sell myself, right? I want to sell what I do to anybody at any point. You don't know who you might be speaking to or who you might be talking to, right? You don't know. So you literally don't want to. Then you're not like, oh my God, so this person was this and I didn't know. Do you get that kind of drill? Like it's something I don't want to be in. The third one is imposter syndrome. Like I've had this a lot of times, even before starting Just a Thought, right? I had the mindset that, what do I have to say? Like, do I really know much about this topic? I had a lot of questions in my head, which some of you also have. You always feel like, what will I say? Will people listen to me? Do you get, like, do I think I can do this? Like, I'm just here to tell you that you can. And if you have a knowledge about something, why not put it out there, right? You might not know, right? I'm just here to say that stop asking so much questions in your head. And there were some topics I wanted to talk about on this platform, but because I was just like, oh my God, what will I say? How will I say it? Do I know much? Who am I? What will I say? Do you get that imposter syndrome? Which I think that every one of us should do away with. Do away with it. I'm not saying that if you don't know much about it, you should just come and open your mouth. Wow. What I'm trying to say is that if you have an idea about something, put it out there. Things that are helping people, right? I know how many people have reached out to me, from Just a Thought platform. And, people are saying, oh my God, this episode was amazing. And this episode was amazing. I do not take you guys' love for granted. It just drives me to actually do better. And I'm like, oh, so I even know something. Do you get? Don't allow anybody kill everything that you have, your sense of being. Don't allow anybody in 2024. Stand up and speak about what you know. I'm serious, because I believe that Just a Thought is a platform where people can express the way they feel and their thoughts. And they will not, be killed or will not be, downplayed. Do you get? Because a lot of people don't just have the way to express their thought because they feel like their thoughts are not valid. Here on Just a Thought, your thoughts are valid. We're really glad to hear you every time. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. Yes, I'm always happy. Like when you guys send messages, oh my God, it overwhelms me. I'm so happy that you guys encourage me to also show up every single time. So don't have the imposter syndrome. Stand up and move on. And this leads to my next point: validation from others. Always seeking validation. What will people say? What will people say? Who are you trying to impress? Oh my God. If you sit back there and always think in your head, what will people say? What do they have to say? What will they think? You're not going to do anything, because people will always say and people will always think. You can't stop anybody from thinking or saying. Even if you are doing the best that you can, I'm telling you, people will always have negative things to say. And even if you think that you're not doing your best, what do? You go back to the drawing board and do better. Don't just sit down there and always put in your head, what will people say? Nobody cares. It's just like someone going into a room. I will just use this example. You know that feeling that when you're entering a room, you're expecting everybody's eyes to be on you. Sister and brother, have you entered a room where you think everybody's looking at you and they didn't even notice that you came in? That is what is happening in some of us. Your reality. You think that all eyes on you are on you. They're thinking about you. People have their problems, and then they don't even they might not even have the time to think about you. That's the truth. So what do? Stand up. Don't I'm not saying you cannot seek people's opinion, but don't always ask yourself, what will people say? What will people do? What will people think? People will always do, and people will always think, and people will always say. It will never stop. As far as humans are alive, they always have their opinion, the same way you have your opinion and thought. What I will say is that make sure that what you're doing is right? Like, make sure that you're doing the right thing and leave people alone. Let them be, and you be. Do you get? In 2024, stop seeking validation from people. If you stay there and seek validation, 2024 is going to end the same way that 2023 did. And you don't want to end the next 12 months thinking about what will people say and think. Nobody cares, guys. Make sure that you're doing your best and putting, always showing up without putting people in your head. Nobody send you. In fact, everybody's trying to focus on their life. So you trying to seek people's attention or validation doesn't make sense in 2024. It leads me to my last point. Planning your time better. Like, don't waste time. Like I said, procrastination is the thief of progress. I just dropped a gem. Right. Note it down. Yes, procrastination. In 2023, right, you probably might have wasted your time doing the things that don't even make sense, but you have to change that now in 2024. What were those things that you wasted your time on, right? It could be on friends or relationship that were not even meant to be at the first place. Like, they were never meant to even exist, and you wasted your time. What are you doing about them? Your time is precious, and you should treat it as such. Someone talked about time, and just gave me a new perception about something, right? And the person was like, it's not even about how long you live or how much time you have, but it's how you spend the time. So you hear people say gone so soon. Is that something like gone so soon? Some people actually live so young but had so much impact, right, in the lives of others. And some people live so old and had no impact. So which is better? So literally, it's about how much time you spend, right? How much time, like, not about how much time you spend, but how well did you use your time, right? You don't know how many years you're meant to live, right? Everybody prays for long life, which I'm not trying to say that we're going to die young, but what I'm trying to say is that, what are you doing with the time you have, like, at hand now? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you wasting it, or are you bringing out the best that you can? In 2024, that should be one thing at the back of your mind, that you want to make so much impact that even if you leave in your young age or in your old age, you have so much impact that will be spoken about in generations and generations to come. So don't sit back there and think you have so much time, guys. Time waits for no man. Don't waste your time in 2024. So I just hope that all of this that I've said is going to change your thoughts and your mind towards the new year. Make sure you don't procrastinate. Make sure that you're not shy, you're not timid. Make sure that you have no imposter syndrome. Yes. And make sure that you are not seeking validation from others. And the last one, don't waste your time. 2024, before you close your eyes and open it, is gone. And you don't want to sit back, gnashing your teeth and worrying about all the things you could have done that you didn't do, and all of that sad stuff. Yeah, I hope 2024 is a great year for you, and also for me, and also for Just a Thought platform. Just a Thought is going to be 1 year in few weeks, and I'm really, really excited and pumped about it. I hope you are. Thank you so much for how far you guys have brought us and brought me. I always love, and I'm always opportune to always speak to you. Thank you so much for the reviews from 2023. I'm so glad. Thank you for the comments and all of it. And if you've been listening to Just a Thought and you're yet to follow us on Instagram, I know grief for you at all. So make sure you go to your Instagram platform right now, the Instagram app, and follow us. It's just a thought _pod. That's all. Just follow us and make sure that you keep staying updated, because we are going to be having lots and lots of fun this year. So You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much, guys. I hope to see you next time. Bye. Thanks for listening to Just a Thought. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. If you did, please subscribe and leave a review, and don't forget to share. And if you have any thoughts of your own, please share them with me on social media at Just a Thought Podcast on Instagram. I did love to hear from you. Until next time, keep thinking.